So you're doing all the work and not getting all the credit. And that's frankly super frustrating, right? Well, in this video, we're going to take just a little bit of the sting out of how that's showing up in your business. And what are we talking about? Talking about Google reviews, because this is one of the areas that, as I think we all know in 2025, this is one of the most important ways that homeowners will choose who they're going to hire. They're going to take a look at reviews and decide, at least as a first step, if there's a lot of people I can choose from, I'm going to lean toward someone who has a lot of reviews and has a lot of good ratings and reviews. And that's part of how I can gain trust with them. And so there's a good chance that you've been doing a lot of projects, or you certainly don't have as many reviews as you have done projects for, right? You've done the work, but aren't quite getting some of the social credit that you should. So we're going to dig into one of the ways that we help our clients handle that and really improve, make sure that this is something that is locked down for your business, using my definitive guide to all things Google reviews. And we'll walk through how we can help make sure you're getting the credit you deserve for the great work that you're doing, so that you can also get better reviews, better referrals, more leads, and more profit for your business. So with that said, we're going to jump into this. And as we move through it, if you need help or want a copy of any of the materials that you're going to see, just let us know and we will make sure we get you what you need. So let's dive in. We got it. Okay, cool. So first thing, just give you a little bit of visual example. And again, as you see, if we just do an example search, who are you going to call first? I mean, really, it's not Ghostbusters, but it's probably the one that has the most reviews. In this, we see this all the time when someone does a search for your product, your service, the kind of projects that you want to do in your area. Take a look and see who's showing up, and just do a quick comparison, just like your homeowners are doing, and seeing how, if you're not showing up, we can certainly help you with that. But this is another way to be able to help gauge what's happening in real time. And just some stats on this. We'll move into the what to do about it here in just a second. Again, people, the process for searching who they're going to hire, it starts online. So what do? What are some ways we can help you get more Google reviews? We've got a handful of strategies we'll unpack here, and then also a couple of bonuses that kicked in to help really make sure you're in good shape. So step number one, if you don't have as many reviews as you'd like, frankly, there's no other way around it. Just reach out to your current and your past customers. Let's ask them. I mean, there's no shame in not in doing it. There's certainly easier ways to go about it, but that's just the long and the short is, let's reach out and get some people on the phone, or at least online through email or text. Okay. Use the right link when you do it though. I mean, one of the biggest reasons why people don't leave reviews is just they get frustrated. They click on the wrong thing, and we'll talk about more in that in just a minute, but you should get your exact one-click link for reviews from this portion of your Google business profile. If you're not sure where that is, again, I've got more step-by-steps in the rest of the slides and stuff that we can send to you, but this should be a place you know how to find. And again, make sure you're using the correct link to make it super easy, one tap and they're done, and make it easy for them and for you. So using the right link makes it easy for them. What makes it easier for you is, let's make a super simple copy and paste template that you can put in an email or on your phone, or you can just save as a draft, or you can use short codes on your phone to be able to have all the text you would send to somebody with just a couple of quick 2 or 3 keystrokes. You'll have the whole full-on template to make it just easy, so you can get a bunch of these done all at once. Might as well save yourself some time if you're going to get this done, because hopefully, as you're thinking about this, there's more than just a few customers as you look back over how many projects you've done that went well, but they haven't left a review. So again, make it super simple for both, but make sure you get everybody that hasn't left a review an invitation to do that, even if you already did it in person, because chances are they just forgot, or they got busy, or they lost the link, or whatever it was that you may have provided already. Let's use this as an excuse. Here's your invitation to go and get some more of those reviews that you can get if you just reach out and touch someone. So let's go to the next. Be easy to find. So we tend to think of just sending that email or text or talking to someone, but in addition to talking to them in person, rather, okay, there's a few other things we can do. Include the link in your email signature. Why not do that? Makes it super easy to find, because people will be just constantly reminded in your email signature where they can go to leave a review, or as you're interacting with them. Again, use that link that we showed you earlier, but have that just included in the bottom of your email signature. If you're not sure how to customize that, Again, a Google search will help you, or certainly we can help you show that how to find that as well. But that's just a really easy thing to do to customize. So you have a professional email signature that has that review link in it. Let's think creatively. Where else could you include it? Maybe on your invoices, you could have a QR code or a clickable link if you're sending them electronically, or on the printable ones. Again, it's a QR code, something that makes it super easy and just always available to capture as many of these as possible. Business cards is another great one. Not a lot of contractors use that. It's an easy thing to add in. Why not? If you've got the real estate, have the space on your card just available with a QR code that can be scanned and used to go right to where a review can be left. There's probably others. So think a little bit about what are some of the other physical pieces of paper or collateral that you're sending to someone, or flyers that you're distributing, or other forms of email or electronic communication that are going out that have room. If you think about it, maybe it's an appointment confirmation or a reminder, something else that goes out that just have a little bit of a subtle, hey, look, by the way, if you want to leave this review, here's where you can do that. So I bet if you think critically about it, there's more than 0 places you can come up with where you can just, again, help capture as many of these as you can to help boost your business. So again, we want to really trying to do all this to tackle the top reasons why people don't leave reviews. Okay. It's either they didn't have time, they forgot, they weren't sure where to go. So you want to have a plan to address every single one of these things. And let's get into number 3. All right. Let's use technology. We don't have to be afraid of it anymore. People have come to expect it. If you're already using this, then hopefully this will be a chance for you to think about some ways you may be able to enhance it. We'll show you just a few, but if it's something you're not doing yet, then this is just a simple way to get this done at scale. You have so many things to think about. This is certainly one that's certainly valuable, but you shouldn't have to think about. You can just have the tech do the work for you. So your CRM or customer relationship management software should send an email or text automatically for you. It should remind them not only to do the initial invitation, but also send a reminder, whether that's 1 day, 3 days, 7 days later, however many days you feel comfortable with, and certainly something to test and see how well your reminders are working and getting people to leave reviews, and also see how many people opt out. Chances are, if you're doing a good job, people aren't going to be too upset about it if you tee it up the right way based on what you say inside your email or text message. And then make it, we call it the ID10T proof test. All right. So we're idiot proof. All right. So again, have it be super simple. 1 click, they see it, they know where to go, and they're done. And it's handled for them. They don't have to do the thinking. They don't have to think of looking up your website. They don't have to look up your Google business profile and then figure out where to click next. It's just inside what they receive via email or text. It's 1 tap and they're done. And you don't have to worry about anything else that happens, because it just makes it super simple. And the other reason the other thing your CRM should do, or the software solution that you're using, is make it really easy to track. You should be able to see how many requests went out. And then by extension, how many have you received? How many reviews were completed? So you want to be able to track what we call, at least within our team, within our clients, your review conversion rate. So if you did 10 projects, sent out 10 requests, and you got 3 back, okay, that's 30%, not too hard there. Let's see how that's performing, not only based on as you implement changes to your process, how well your conversion rate improves, but even thinking about, and you can start to get really specific with the members of your team and how well they are affecting your review conversion rate. How well are they following the process? And we'll get to that in just a second, which is right now. Step 4, train your team. Okay. Document your process. If it's just something where you just tell your crew, hey, make sure you ask them for a review, and that's it. That's gonna mean a lot of things to a lot of people. Some might just write it down on a piece of paper. Some people might go through a full-on script. Some people may really heavily lean into it. You want to have at least 1 standardized process that you train to, so everyone's able to repeat it and you're able to follow up in your meetings and with your staff. Okay, who's following the process? How's it working? How can we make it better? You'll want to invite them to participate in that so they can really own the results. So again, train your team by having a documented process, track performance. You'll want to know, there's a lot of guys I know that they'll even incentivize how well they're getting reviews. And there's different ways, there's reasons why you should do that. But let's think about, again, how well you're tracking performance. It needs to be something that's measured. If it's not measured, it's not going to happen. So again, that'll be another area for you that allows you to be able to track it and document your performance if it's a documented process to begin with. Supplement it again with tech or physical items. So by that, I mean, have your team know and make it easy for them to know how to easily text them the direct link, or while they're standing there. as part of the process where they're walking them through and getting them ready to go through how they should ask for reviews. There are certainly better ways to do it than not. Again, inside the definitive guide that I can send you, if you'd like, I've got some examples of how to tee that up if you'd like to. For the purposes of this video, we're going to keep it short. Just know that you should have something in place. But if you want that, happy to send you what our clients use that works really well. But they may even want to supplement it with physical items. So is there a flyer? Is there a card? Is there something else you're giving them as a leave behind, as another reminder as to why they should or how they can, just to make it, again, another more tangible way that works for you and your team based on, again, the kind of project you're doing and the type of team that you've got implementing it. Find something that works for you, but that we've seen some success by having it be not just a spoken invitation, but something that's handed to them as well. Okay, a couple of bonuses to help you. So those are just the 4 strategies, but let's give you some other things you can do. If you're going to go through this process to try and get more reviews, then we might as well get all the juice from the squeeze, right? So number 1, case studies and video. All right, you want to make sure you have at least one really, really great review per ideal project type. So as an example, I'm a general contractor and I really want to focus on kitchen remodels. I want to make sure I've got an amazing review that goes in depth for a kitchen remodel. But if I also do basement finishes, and that's another, I want to focus on those 2 things. Make sure I have one great sterling review for each one of those kinds of projects that I want to focus on, and that you're able to follow up with and ask the customer to really go into detail as to what you did, what was the nature of their situation, what made the project really just such a lifesaver for them, and why they wanted to get it done, why they chose you, and why they were happy about it. And when you know you've got that customer in mind, hopefully as you think about this, somebody's coming to mind that you know would really go at length to leave a really great, not only review, but even a case study that talks about why they got it done. What was life like before we had this project? Who else did they talk to? Why did they choose you? So many ways to help build it into a full-on case study that you can leverage on your website, social media, so many other places. And again, we've got some tools and templates and how-tos to help you with that, if that's something you'd like to do. And also, again, video speaks volumes. All right. We just know that social media and other forms of marketing is so much more leaning towards video than ever before. So you don't have to do anything super fancy with a high-tech camera. Most phones will work, and just have a way to be able to tee up those questions and invite them to have that conversation. Your future customers are going to pay so much more attention and give so much more value to something that another customer says rather than you. So if you can, then there's a couple of tools and solutions to make that even easier if you'd like. Or again, you can do it low tech-ish by using your phone and talking to them and walking them through some of those handful of questions to help paint the picture as to why they were so happy with what you did for them. So bonus number 2, we talk about getting some free SEO juice. So what is that? Why does it matter? Okay, you want to make sure you're replying to every single review. And hopefully that's pretty obvious, but I can't tell you how many reviews I see every single day that have no replies. So you're cutting yourself off at the knees if you're not replying to your reviews. So make sure you're doing that every single time at a minimum. But the next level benefit you're going to get from this, and we'll call it free SEO juice, is when your reply isn't just the standard, "Thanks for leaving a review. Great to work with you." I see that far too often. If you're going to take the time to reply, all you need to do, all right, is just add 1 to 2 sentences that give a little more color commentary on what happened. Someone may leave a review that just is the 5 stars. They didn't put any comments, or they were certainly very brief in what they said. "It was so great working with you. Here's your review." That's done. Take your 1 or 2 sentences in your reply and expand on the project just a little bit. Okay. And talk about, if they just said, thanks for getting it done. These guys were great. They were on time. Well, then you can reply with, "Yeah, hey, Mr. Jones, so glad we're able to help you with that basement finish. I know that's something you wanted to get done in time before your in-laws moved in," whatever that the case may be, right? The whole point is you want your future prospects to see themselves in your review conversations, because when they have that specific need, because people look for specific needs, not in specific solutions, not just anybody can do anything. So that's where this is going to come into play. When you can give it a little more specifics into what you did, what they needed, what went on, how you were able to really over deliver for them that they left out of their review. That's where you paint the full picture. That's where you get the full benefit. That's where you're going to get better conversions from your review conversations. And oh, by the way, Google pays attention to the words that are in both the review and the review reply for tracking, for SEO ranking, everything else. So that's why we talk about getting your reviews. Again, if you want to, I go into this in a lot more detail with some examples inside a quick video that's in this link as well. So again, don't just be a robot. Follow the tips and some of the examples I show inside that video as well. Bonus number 3, what do you do when you get a negative review? We've all been there. Okay, it happens. So if that's something that's ever happened to you, it's something that gives you some stress, we want to help you get through this. All right. Number 1, breathe. By that, I mean, relax just a little bit. I know it feels like a personal attack. I've been there. I understand what it feels like to have people come at you in the comments or wherever. Okay. We don't want to reply emotionally. Take a second, breathe, and take the high road. All right. Redirect in your reply. So when you reply, don't just reply and have the whole back and forth. The last thing you want is a back and forth discourse about a review or a negative experience publicly. So again, I've got an example of a negative reply template you can put publicly, but you'll also want to send one directly via email or text or something else that takes the conversation outside of the public forum. So again, redirect it. Make sure you address it head on. Okay. If there is something where you did mess up, own up to it in your reply. Okay. Chances are, and most people understand that there's 2 sides to every story. So certainly the best thing you can do when you really did legitimately made a mistake is to own up to it, or at least address the factual parts of the review. But if there's parts of it that don't really sit well or weren't really accurate or were frankly crazy, and then there's some other, again, ways we could at least address the fact that they felt like things didn't go well. And then when it comes to specifics, let's again hash that out outside of the public forum, but it still address the reply head on so people can see that, all right, look, these people care. The worst thing you can do to a negative reply is ignore it, because then that lets the whole narrative be controlled by the person who left the review. And more often than not, if there are going to be situations where someone can leave a 1-star review, but if you handle it correctly and do everything you can within reason to make it right, that's where you can see people go from turn a 1-star into what we call a 5+ star review, because the best, absolute best of the best reviews, the ones that really carry the most weight, is when maybe something went wrong initially, but you went above and beyond to make it right. And the person will go back and update the review to tell that story. And that's where people really, really, they can trust you and know that you're going to have their back when it comes to making their project go successfully. All right. If you want more templates, how-tos, more things that walk through exactly how we help you get as many reviews as possible and have them perform and get you the maximum benefit as possible, then just send me a quick message to m.me/DNSLT3. Just send reviews and I'll send you the content to this deck, and also or my full-on document that walks through everything. Again, has the full in-depth examples, how-tos, script examples, templates, everything you'll need to make sure you're getting reviews really, really successfully and having them, again, turn into the maximum amount of referrals and profit and projects for your business. If you want more trainings like this on more topics that you need for your business, I've got plenty of them inside my free Facebook group, and you'll see the link that's on the screen here inside the Facebook groups. It's just /LT3 success map. That's where you can get access to those. Or if you want to just skip all of that, you're excited, you just want to get moving and get results the absolute fastest way possible, the best way to do that is if you just message me, brainstorm. We'll get in and brainstorm a customized game plan for you, whether it's for reviews or anything else that you're stuck with in your business. We'll be able to help you unpack what to do next, how things are going, and give you some positive strategies to take to move forward to help you get some more momentum for your business. So that's all we've got for this. There's plenty of other content inside this deck to help you get more information on how you can help grow your business. But for today, let's get your reviews where they should be so you can get all the credit for the work that you're doing. We'll see you next time.